Hi guys, I apologize for yesterday and again for being back in the living room where there is very little light. I had kind of an emergency issue yesterday that I had to take care of. I am not one for getting involved in fake news or propaganda or anything like this. But I did want to, before I start any of my reactions today, I did want to address this because it is something that weighs heavily on my heart. And it is not propaganda. It is not statistics. I mean, it's not just fake news. It is not political parties. It is nothing like that. It is something real. It is something that is plaguing this country, and it is something that needs to stop. I have the study. I have the empirical data. If you wish or you have a problem with what I'm saying, I will post that for you so you may see it yourself. The fact of the matter is that in less than 1 month, we have had 3 mass shootings in this country, 2 in Texas, 1 in Ohio, happening on the same day as one of the Texas shootings. All 3 told. Over 30 people have lost their lives, and over 60 people were injured. Yesterday's shooting, 5 people lost their lives. Over 20 people were injured. I think this video is important for you guys to watch. I think it's important for all of us to watch.
The pattern will be perfectly predictable. There will be a moment of silence. People will wish everybody thoughts and prayers and sympathy for the victims, and then the Congress of the United States will do absolutely nothing.
Perhaps now America would wake up to the dimensions of this challenge if it could happen in a place like Littleton, and we could prevent anything like this from happening again.
Didn't say anything. All he did was bang, 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 bang. Shot a girl here, shot a girl there, shot the instructor.
On behalf of this side of the aisle, offer my condolences for this unspeakable tragedy.
She was the type of person that could just light up a room. We're
going to have to come together and take meaningful action to prevent more tragedies like this, regardless of the politics.
This time is different because now we have a president that is standing behind us.
I don't care how many members of Congress send out tweets saying that they're sorry or they extend their sympathies. You aren't sorry. You aren't truly sympathetic if you're not willing to act.
Hands, put your hands up, guys. Please. Put your phones away. Put your phones away.
President Trump, you say, what can you do? You can stop the guns from getting into these children's hands.
It is not enough to simply take actions that make us feel like we are making a difference. We must actually make that difference.
We need to do more than just pray for the victims and their families. It's time in Texas that we take action.
All I want to do is find my mom. Somebody needs to tell me where she is. I want to know if she's dead or alive or if she's still in Walmart.
In the 2 decades since Columbine, our nation has watched with rising horror and dread as one mass shooting has followed another, over and over again, decade after decade. We cannot allow ourselves to feel powerless.
Mass shootings are not the #1 killer in this country as far as killings involving firearms. That's what the research shows. And that is the point that is brought up every single time legislation is trying to be passed as far as gun control laws. Again, I'm saying this is not a political debate. I'm basically just giving you the data, okay? And so, because mass shootings do not account for the majority of fatalities involving guns in this country, it is always, until they do become, it is always going to be the one factor that the people who don't want to enforce some type of gun control laws, that is the one factor that they are going to throw out there. However, they are becoming more prevalent. We have just seen 3 in less than a month, where before it would, people think Columbine was the first. It was not. Our first mass shooting in this country happened, I believe, in 1967. So it was unheard of to hear of 3 in a decade. And then it was 3 in a year, or 3 in 5 years, and 3 in a year. Then absolutely 3 in 1 month, unheard of. And then 2 in 1 day. How many more do we have to have for it to become the highest statistic? How many more do we have to have for domestic terrorism to be seen as worse than a threat, terrorism threat from the outside world? We are killing each other, guys. Anyway, I bring this up because, I'm sorry, I'm trying to say this without any emotion, but it's hard. My 4th grandchild, beautiful baby girl, was just brought into this world. The 2nd week in August. She is a beautiful baby girl. She's my 4th grandchild. And what kind of world is she growing up into? My children still had the innocence of pre-9/11. At least they were in junior high and high school when 9/11 happened. So they actually know and remember a life without terror. But I say there is a whole generation of young adults in this country today who know nothing but terror. They know nothing but this country at war. So it is normal for them. These children are almost born with PTSD because their parents are so afraid for them in their lives every single day, and that fear gets passed on to the children through projection, that these kids have to watch their back 24/7, whether it be walking to and from the bus station to while they're in school. Are you safe in school anymore? No. You don't know if someone is going to walk into your school and harm you and shoot you and your classmates. And then you don't even know if you're safe going to a mall, going to a movie theater, being in traffic like this last shooting just happened. These people were just in traffic. So that's why it concerns me. It's got nothing to do with gun laws. It's got nothing to do with political parties. I just want my children and grandchildren, my grandchildren, to be able to live without being afraid all the time. And I'm sure you guys want the same thing. So anyway, that's my message for this morning as far as this goes. I'm sure you guys can see that there's something a little wrong with me this morning. I did not take drugs. Although I kind of wish that was the problem. That is not the problem this morning. I did not take drugs. I am not drinking. It was something a little more serious than that, I'm afraid. At any rate, I will see you guys later on when I do my reactions. Until then, I love you all. Yeah. I'll see you later. Ciao.